it's Stephanie, and I'm here joined with my son Henry. He's not feeling well, so he wanted to hang out with Mom today. But today I wanted to talk about audiobooks because 2016 might have been a crappy year, but it was the year that I discovered audiobooks. And at first I did the scamming thing where I would just try to get free trials from Audible, but eventually those ran out. So luckily I then discovered Overdrive from my library, and because of that I listened to 19 audiobooks this year, and then I'm starting one today, so I think I'll be ending the year with 20 audiobooks. So in this video I want to talk about my favorites, and then one I wasn't a fan of because I didn't have a ton of bad audiobook experiences. So what I'm going to do until then is kind of do a slideshow in the bottom corner, kind of just of all the audiobooks that I've listened to this year. So if you have a question about an audiobook, or you're thinking about reading a book and trying a certain audiobook and you want to ask me about it in the comments, go ahead if it's not mentioned in my favorites or least favorites. I think he's good now. So from my favorites this year, these were just ones that were standouts that listening to the audiobook I think brought a little extra something to the story that just I don't think would have happened if I had only read the paper version myself. And the first one of these was a horror novel, and there is just something about listening to horror novels that makes it so much more creepy, just the narration. So my top one for this has to be The Exorcist. It's the 40th anniversary edition, and it's narrated by the author William Peter Blatty himself, and it is fantastic. He just has this low, gravelly voice that just goes with the eeriness of the story, and I thought it was amazing. So if you need just a really creepy audiobook to just freak you out, I recommend The Exorcist by William Peter Blatty. The second one on my list is a book I really enjoyed, but I needed the help of the audiobook to get me through it, and that was Middlesex by Jeffrey Eugenides. This one, I just think the narrator brought so much to the story. One, I think a major thing was name pronunciations that I just wasn't sure about. A lot of the characters are Greek. He's back. There's just a lot of Greek words throughout the story that I would have not had any idea how to pronounce. He was a really great actor when the time needed it, and they played fun little music in between chapter breaks, which I thought was just really fun. The third one that I loved was the audiobook for Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. I do not know the narrator for that one. I will be sure to look up the narrator and put the narrator's name there. But she did a fabulous job. Number one, because I would have had no idea how to pronounce Icelandic names and places, and she did a fantastic job. And she was a great actress. There was just so many dramatic scenes and dramatic emotions that she had to portray, and I thought she read those amazingly. I was very impressed. And then my last pick is Kitchens of the Great Midwest by J. Ryan Straddle. And this one, as I've mentioned, has different narrators. It's not marketed like this, but it is a novel kind of told through different short stories. The main character and her family are from Minnesota, so I thought the narrator did a great job of doing just a Minnesota accent that I don't think I would have been able to hear in my head if I had just read the book myself. Now, some people were complaining that it's a little exaggerated, but you know, I think it really helped because that's how the dialogue is supposed to be read, is with that kind of an accent. So I thought it just brought a lot to the reading of it. Now, there was one audiobook I didn't have a great experience with, and it was for a very picky, just me reason. And that was Rooms by Lauren Oliver. I listened to the audiobook for this, and this is also multiple actors, multiple narrators, a lot of different points of view. I was just really annoyed with one of the points of view, which was a little girl. She had a really obnoxious, high-pitched voice. And some of it is Lauren Oliver's fault for just writing this saccharine, naive little girl. I have done many a rant on why I hate child narrators, but she was just a lot of things I hate about child narrators. Just sickeningly sweet and unbelievably naive. that's supposed to be in an overly cutesy way, and I was just not a fan of it at all. And that came through with just the actress they picked to play the little girl. Just got under my skin, and I was rolling my eyes, and I hated it. Anyway, guys, those were the audiobooks I listened to this year. What were some standout audiobooks that you listened to this year? I would love to know. I'm always looking for new ones, so let me know in the comments if you agree with me on these, if you have some recommendations, or if you disagree with me, let me know. Thank you so much. Hope to see you again soon. And thanks for watching. Have a great day.